Previously on Software Incorporated. Sometimes in business, one small error can make a company fold. Sometimes big risks result in no rewards, and a company has to decide if it can sustain itself any further. Frank Enbeans took a big risk with Geek-Soft, trying to gamble with software that wasn't well developed and released far too quickly. The market responded with a resounding meh. Now, Frank has to turn things around before his dream goes down in flames. Can he do it? Will Geek-Soft make it through these growing pains? Stay tuned.
Incoming customer detected.
Keep your eyes open, boys.
We need to have a serious talk.
Welcome back, my fellow entrepreneurs. This is Blind Gamer Plays. My name is Ira, and I want to welcome you back to Software Incorporated, where last time we messed up. Really, I mean, that's what it comes down to. We messed up. Frank tried to take a big risk when it came to developing some software, ordering the project management teams to get to work, and well, they released some software too quickly. It essentially failed multiple times. We actually have a couple of releases of the same kind of software, the sequels to these, and yeah, it has not gone well. It has not gone well at all. They've only been selling about $2,000 worth of software a day with these quick releases. So we've got to figure out something to get this turned around, because right now, although we might have $3 million sitting in our bank account, that can swiftly drain, and we're not going to be able to last forever sustaining the type of company that we currently are running. Yes, we are getting some profit each day from the hosting services that we've been doing, some of the design work, some of the marketing work, so on and so forth. But we need to do something as far as these software releases are concerned, because as it stands, we're not going to be able to venture too far forward afield from where we are currently, unless we do something about it. So, I did get to looking. I know last time I spoke about some of the options that we might have available with the project management and some of the software development things that we can do. Yes, I did actually make a mistake with the project management. We cannot have other outside publishing companies do the marketing for us or the printing for us and so on and so forth. The project management team has to handle the whole kit and caboodle. Everything has to be done by that project management. So we're going to go into the options of the project management that we currently have for the file compression tools. And we're going to change a couple of the options around. So right now, they just got done doing a release before we ended the last episode. So they're not currently developing anything as it stands. And that's okay, because we don't want them to right at the moment. What we need to look at this option right here, development time. I don't normally mess with this, but I do think that in this case, where we are dealing with software that comes out very rapidly because of the way that it is, we can extend the development time further so that they have more of a chance to get a higher grade of software done. Number one. But number two, it gives the marketing team more time to be able to hype it up in the market and perhaps generate more sales. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're actually going to go ahead and cancel this project management altogether. We're going to go into the marketing and support and make sure that any of the marketing and support that's being done for this filter, right here, you can see tar filter. We're going to go ahead and end the marketing on those. We're just going to start it over from scratch and kind of do ground zero for it. So let's turn those back off again, just so that we can have it out of the way and not have the confusion. We're going to go into project management. And we are going to have this one be, again, file compression. We are going to have Sandra do the team lead for it. There we go. I'm sorry, Ellen Harmon do the team lead for it. We are going to set the design team as the design and artists. We're all going to set the development team as design and artists and file compression. Just like we did with the last one, we're going to basically set it up exactly the same way. We're going to have the support team be, not the designers, but we'll have the file compression team do that for right now. And we will do the pre-marketing and post-marketing, of course, on the marketing team. Put those marketers to work. Okay. SCM is going to be the development. The prototype software, again, will be the tar filter. The server will set up under distribution. And then development time, we're going to go ahead and extend it out to, I'd say, let's do 250%. No iteration cooldown. We will have the team hype. We will have them auto-develop, I do believe. To make them come up with new products. No. Yeah, that's fine. We'll go ahead and keep the auto-development on. Only sequels. Use frameworks if possible, although we're not going to have any. Single IP. No. We'll skip that one. Use our own licenses. Sure. Why not? Post-marketing handle marketing. Yes. Otherwise, we'll have to do it ourselves. Handle support. Physical copies. We'll go ahead and do the 50,000 copies. Just like we did before. And no print job copies because we don't have the capability for that yet. So now that we have that set up, let's go ahead and go back into the tar filter or the software development, and we will go to the file compression. We're going to do the original IP as the file compression tool that we've already been working on. SCM will be development, and we're going to just select a few. So you see, the previous releases already had the ones that are in the kind of orange color there. So they've had the bare minimum these, right? As you can see, there is a lot of wasted interest here. And this could be part of the reason why it's not selling as well as it perhaps could. It's because people are just not particularly interested in some of the options that have been selected by the previous development. And as you can see right here, they're only hitting actually 69% of the expected interest. That's not great, right? So what's causing that extra bit? It's probably that. Yes. So people just really aren't interested in multitasking with this particular tool as it stands right now. So let's do this. Let us add some of the other things. And as you can see right now, it's 100%. Okay. Each time that you add something, by the way, it does add to the cost or the price of the item, right? As you can see right here. So you can kind of gauge how expensive you want your product to be. And again, I know that right now we have a 19% wasted interest. Let's just go ahead and continue just for a moment. That doesn't add anything to the price, so we can skip that. Okay. Does this add anything? No. Does this add anything? Yes. So that added to the price. This one did not. Therefore, this is wasted development. Okay. That doesn't add anything to the price, but it does lift it up to 100% expected interest. And that's not going to be too bad to do. It's on a lower scale. What about one of these? Aha, that would add server capability, but again, it would not add anything to the price. Okay. So I think that we'll go ahead and set it up so that it's like this. This is going to be about the most people are willing to pay for this kind of product as it stands right now. I mean, we could probably go through and add everything. just as a test, and it still adds nothing to the price. You see what I mean? So the price that you see right here, yes, you can change it. Okay, you can change it to be raised or lowered yourself. However, it's not always a great idea to do that because the game knows what people are willing to pay. It sort of has things set up itself. It knows what people are willing to pay. So if you were to raise the price higher than what it's recommending as a default, you're probably not going to sell a lot of copies. That will kind of hinder you in the end, I think, personally. So we're going to set it up so that the design is done, of course, by the design team, file compression, and we're going to set up project management. We haven't picked a name. Oh, yeah. Just hit the name and it'll give the random name based on the sequel. So we'll go with project management. Software you're making is very complex and it'll take a long time to develop without adding any consumer interest. You should consider selecting fewer features. Are you sure you want to continue? Yeah, we'll go ahead and continue because we have that 100% interest and it helped to raise the price. We'll go ahead and put the file compression on, and as well the extra bit of features on the software will help to extend out the development time slightly too. So let's have that taken care of. I'm going to go ahead and get this move forward so that we can get to the daytime. There we go. It's a little bit easier to see everything. And now we're going to go into the managed teams. And if you remember correctly, in the building that we set up, we can have 14 people in one of these team rooms, right? There's 14 computers, 14 phones, so on and so forth. Within that room, there's 14 computers and 14 calculators and so on and so forth. So we do not need to hire any extra programmers or designers and artists. However, we do want to bump up our marketing. Okay. And we are doing deals for marketing. So this will help overall anyways to make sure that things get completed. We're just going to go ahead and pile on a bunch of marketers. So let's go into HR management and we will hire in for service 14. Okay. Now this is going to cost us a bit more per day. And yes, it's going to kind of hurt our bottom line for right now. But this will also give us the chance to get more hype, more marketing, more ability for those pieces of software they're releasing to have a chance, essentially is what it comes down to. So we do have a hosting job available. I don't want that on the development. We're going to put it on distribution. Hit accept there. We do have a marketing job. We will go ahead and take that too. And the rest we'll go ahead and just reject for the moment. Once this project management has moved forward to being from designing to developing, we'll go ahead and maybe take a couple of design jobs just to give the designers something to do. But for now, I just want them focused on doing the design work for our own stuff. We do already have one in progress as well right here, but that one's about to end. So, which I'll tell you what, we can go ahead and do that anyways. We'll just send that off. And I'll put the priority of the project management up a little bit too. So somebody basically is canceling the offering. That's okay. We'll take the hostings. Always, we'll take the hostings. We will take that marketing too. Sure. That'll be fine. Now, I don't know if we'll do any more marketing deals. Because again, we want them to concentrate on our own software more than anything else. However, I do think they'll be able to handle the duties that we're giving them so far. And if we turn marketing on, we'll be able to see right now they're marketing this one. They are getting this one completed with no problem. It's only 10 o'clock in the morning basically, and they've already got that one done. This one is also done. So they're easily able to get this done, and that's even without us having the full team yet. The people have been hired as you can see, but they are not yet actually working. They will be on site tomorrow, I do believe. Yeah, I think so. So anyways, moving on, we will go ahead and pass some time. We'll get some more deals come in. Another marketing job. Okay. Let me do a little bit of calculating here. So if we look right now, our marketing team is bringing in $70,000 per month, focusing on other people's business, I think. Oh yeah, I forgot to have that sorted. Yeah, okay, there we go. I was thinking there was some missing. Okay, so 70,000, 29,000, so that's about 100,000, about 155,000 or so, estimated dollars per month that they're bringing in from the deals. Our team, if we go into HR management for the marketing team, you're going to see up here, they're costing us $96,000 per month. So they're making, about 50,000 profit doing the deals. And right now it's about 2:00 in the afternoon, and they do have basically all of the jobs completed for the day. Now we'll wait until this next day to see how well they do adding in the hype stuff with our project management too. Yeah, see, there you go. It is noon. They've already completed these jobs, so they're doing quite well. I don't think I'm going to pile any other marketing jobs on top of them though. Although it's worth a lot of money, right? I want them also to have enough time in the day to do all of the marketing necessary for our own product that's coming up, the new Tar Filter 5. I want that Tar Filter 5 to be the end-all, be-all file compression software. That thing is going to be fantastic, I'm telling you. It's got to be. It's got to be. Or we're in a lot of trouble. So I'll go ahead and turn the marketing queue off just to get it off the screen, and that way, we don't get anything confused and stuff. These guys are still designing. I know I need to get the verbiage correct, but they're still designing the tar filter. So we'll let them work that out. See what other deals we've got going on here. Another marketing job. We'll go ahead and skip it. Okay. That happened quickly, but they were attempting to rob us. As you can see up here, burglars were coming onto the site. Our security guard was actually standing right outside here. So our security was really good. They chased the burglars away before the burglars even got into the building. Thank you. Who are you? Thank you, Jonathan Robertson. You are the man. You are the man. You deserve a raise. So, yeah, we'll just go ahead and continue on through the day here. And as you can see, we're still making, money. It is still coming in. Yeah, we're making woeful amounts of money off the previous softwares, but that's okay. Again, we're just kind of like forgetting that those exist for now. And my plan is that if we can get all of this successful, if we can develop a piece of software that is going to be decent selling, then we're going to hire on another new team to do other software as well. But I want to make sure that we have at least one good team working software that can help to sustain us as we move forward. So we're just going to let time pass. We're going to either take deals or reject them. Hosting, yes. Again, always hosting. That's our big one. That's our gravy train. That's what we do. It's still in design, which again is pretty expected. They're still working in here pretty hard. And you know what? Actually, thinking about it, with the designers up here, I want to make sure that I have them set with the correct items. Do I? You know what? I have them all set up with phones. That actually is pretty inefficient. Let me select all of the phones that are in this room. We're going to replace them. I didn't think about this before, but we're going to replace them with drawing tablets because those are really good for not only artists, but designers as well. Designers get some benefit out of it. They might get a little bit more out of inboxes, but it's negligible. And if we do the drawing tablets, anywhere an artist sits is going to be able to get used. You know, they'll get more efficiency out of it. I mean, the design tablets are incredibly beneficial to any artists. And as someone who does graphic arts myself, I can definitely agree. Having a drawing tablet when you're trying to do some artwork or graphic design is very, very helpful. Okay, so another marketing job came in. Did we I'm just making sure if we have. Yeah, so right now we're one of the marketing jobs that we had actually ended. It was probably the big one too, wasn't it? Yeah, it was the big one. So let's go ahead and take that one just to make sure that they are making more per month than they're outputting, or you know, that their salaries are costing us. Again, just a way to, you know, make sure that we're going to be able to sustain ourselves. Okay, so an employee is stressed. Who is stressed? I'm not sure why you're stressed because the development literally just started taking. The team leader. Yeah, the team leader is stressed. Well, you know, it is what it is. I'm not sure what's stressing her out. Let's go to the details. What is stressing you out? Oh, you feel stuck here. Okay, well, that's too bad because you only have one job to do. Yeah, you're the team leader for this project. I mean, what else do you want to do, right? Yeah. Anyways, I'm not going to worry about that message, at least for right now. She'll probably, if it keeps up, basically she might, ask for a raise, but she's due one anyways. So we'll go ahead and give everybody their raises. There you go. So even though you have HR management turned on and they're handling the wages, they don't handle their own wages. They're not allowed to give themselves raises, which is good. You don't want to have somebody be like, yeah, I deserve a raise, and they're just, you know, complete crap. But okay, so we'll take the hosting. And do we still have the 3 marketings now, or did that drop down to 2? Yeah, see, that dropped down to 2 again. So we'll go ahead and take that one. That'll be fine. We know they can handle it. And I'm just curious to see how well this extra bit of marketing is going to do to the to impact the sales that come in from this new piece of software. So it's estimated to be due out in March, which is coming up here in just a couple of months. That's pretty quickly. So they've got 2 months basically to come up with something good. Fire inspector violations. Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. Don't care. Light them on fire. Okay. Nothing. Well, design. We can go ahead and take the design. That's fine. In fact, we'll do both. I know they're going to complain that they can't handle it, but they can handle it. And if nothing else, it's just a little bit that extra cash coming in. So right now we're at 4.5 million. Not bad. We're still profiting every day. So as long as we can do that, we're okay. Thankfully, these deals are really helping to sustain things. That is a really expensive design job. Let's go ahead and take that too. Because right now the designers are literally just sitting there twiddling their thumbs. They don't have anything to do. So we can have them do that. So one more month. So this piece of software is going to come out this month. And yes, it has now been released a month early. So we'll see. Let's see what happens. So, well, it sold $11,000 and the marketing is sparse. But again, you know, as I explained in the last episode, sometimes that happens where the first month worth of marketing is going to be a little on the low side. Give it another couple of months and see what happens. However, as you can see, that extra development time came in real handy because this piece of software came out to be outstanding. That's great. That's exactly what we needed to see. So, yeah, let's take a look at the software times. In conclusion, we think Tar Filter 5 is an extremely well-made product. It's probably not going to move many copies. They need to build a fan base in the market. Yeah. So, right now we don't really have many fans, you know, but that's because we put out a couple of bad products and we ended support early on a couple of the others. So, that's going to happen. That's not a big deal. But the teams are now going to start work on Tar Filter 6. So let's give a couple of months and see how well that piece of software works out in the end. Do we need to order more copies? I don't know. We only sold about 500 copies or so this time around. So nope, we sold 1,100. So again, we'll give it till next month. We'll see what the profit is. And there we go. So it's a little lower. It's a little lower. So remember too, one thing that we are playing on medium difficulty, which means that it is a little more difficult to break into the different software industries. That could be part of what's affecting things too. The market is a little weird when you're playing it on medium and hard modes. It is very hard compared to easy. But again, that's okay. Right now we're sustaining. We're doing okay. Okay, so there was the next month, and let's check to see how it did. Worse, yeah. So again, it's okay. We're building up fan base. It might take us a couple of these to do before we really start breaking into it, but I think that we will. Okay, we got a decent amount of hosting jobs coming in. Let's go ahead and, yeah, sure. Let's just go ahead and do all the marketing. We didn't do that one either, did we? Yeah, let's go ahead. That's fine. That's fine. Everything's fine. Yeah, we'll reject the rest. What message came up? Visitor thing. That's fine. Okay. So the designers are working on doing this piece of software. That's good. We don't have an estimated release date yet because the designers are still working on the product. We'll get an estimated release usually once the dev team starts to work on it. Okay. Got a terrible deal set this month. But again, you know, our reputation has taken a major hit at this point in time. 2,800. Yeah, we sucked on that one. So that's okay. The marketing is getting handled. They are taking care of basically all. So, okay. So this one right here, is due this month. We'll go ahead and hit the develop on it just to get it out of the way. This one still has 26 months left. So we'll go ahead and let them keep that one for. And, yeah, marketing is handling things. Not super, but they're handling things. And as you can see, the marketing is still sparse. So, yeah. What are our marketers doing? They're crazy. Again, we might just have too much going on for them. I don't necessarily really want to have more marketers, though. Usually it's more than enough. What we've got going on is more than enough. But okay, so right now we've got a bad rep from the one that's paying us 73,000, and I'm not surprised. So I'll tell you what. Although that is a lot of money, I'm going to go ahead and cancel this deal. And again, I know it's hard to do that, but obviously one that's paying us 73,000 a month is wanting to have a lot of dedication to it. And right now we want our marketers to just kind of concentrate on other things. We are up to 6 million. It's a fair amount of money that we've got to work around with. So I'll tell you what, actually, let's go ahead and do this. Let's select all the marketing. Okay. Let's select all the marketing. I'm trying to, okay. It's not letting me do that on that. Okay. So we're going to cancel all of the marketing deals. Okay. We're going to keep all the hosting deals, of course. There's one design job. That's okay. They can keep doing that because right now the development team is working on the piece of software. So we don't need the designers concentrating on that. They're obviously still getting this one done. So, we canceled the marketing, and now this is due out in May of next year. Hopefully that'll be enough time, and hopefully we give the marketers enough space for them to work on getting this hyped up and getting it worked out. If we go to options, as you can see, the marketing is technically complete. Okay. This isn't always necessarily reflective of the truth, I guess you could say. So, Tar Filter 5 support, Tar Filter 5 marketing. We're going to go ahead and cancel the marketing. Well, we're going to take it over. We're going to take over the market, the support for the old Tar Filter. I'm going to go into support there. And as you can see, there are 1,500 active users. And the marketing team is just spending a lot of money per day marketing this piece of software. We're going to go ahead and end it. And the support, we're going to go ahead and end that too. Now, this might affect our fan base. And it did, but not by much. It took about 200 of our fans away. Not too big of a deal. But that's going to give the development team, again, space for them to do just developing the piece of software. So let's move time forward. Let's see what happens from here. And it's raining. So, hello, rain. Take a look at everybody. To See, the artists are sleeping because there's nothing for them to do right now. So, okay. So we just had a decent amount of profit come in. Was it not from that? Okay, so I didn't figure. Sometimes it'll surprise you though. So it was probably from hosting jobs. Let's see. Yeah, we made 400,000 compared to the 252,000 the day before. I would say that's probably from the hosting. Yeah. Well, marketing too. They did bring in a fair amount that day before I canceled everything. So, but from this point forward, they're not going to be getting much in. All jobs. There's a hosting. Take that. Skip on the rest for now. Just kind of experimenting around, seeing what we can get to work. Because again, when you're playing on medium difficulty, sometimes things will work and sometimes they won't. You know, it's almost random at times as to what is going to be the most effective. We'll see. Just trying to turn this company around, you know? Frank really wants to make it happen. Okay, all the leaders want their raises. That's fine. And I mean, we're still making money every month. So even without the marketers covering their own costs, we're still making some. There's another hosting. And the one advantage too with doing things the way that we are is that we don't necessarily have to worry about our company reputation. This is only, your reputation is only affecting deals and contracts. It doesn't affect what happens to your software that's on the market. That makes no difference to it whatsoever. What makes the difference to the sales of your products is the amount of fans and how well known you are for whatever particular product you're trying to sell. So as you can see right now, we have 3,200 fans and we're barely scratching the surface of being known for our compression tools. And that's because, again, our sales have been woefully insignificant compared to some of the others that are out there. Okay, so the team just released the new product. And there we go. It's a little bit more profitable than it was before. Not by much, but again, the marketing is still sparse. And I'm not sure why it's still sparse comparatively. It's kind of bizarre, but we'll see what happens. Again, come up the next month. 90,000 is pretty crappy, you know, but yeah, overall, we think Tar Filter 6 is an extremely well-made product. We don't expect it to sell well. Maybe if they marketed it some more. Yeah, they still need to make a name for themselves in this market, and hopefully this release will help. Yes, hopefully it will. That would be nice. How many copies did we end up selling? We sold 10,000 units. That's actually more than what we've sold since we stopped using other people's publishing. So if we had a higher priced product, that would do really well. Like that would be extremely good. But yeah, as you can see, it turned out outstanding too. So having that extra development time, helpful. At least for a product like this. If it's something else that already takes a long time to develop, it's not necessarily going to be the best idea to do that. But, you know, in a case like this where it is a product that's very quick to make, having that extra development time added to things does help out. Reject that. So, we have 7.5 million, basically close enough to play around with. It's the next day, next month, sorry. And as you can see, we sold about $15,000 less that month, and the marketing is still sparse. So 14 marketers working day and night basically for this product, and it's still sparse marketing. We really do need to have a bigger marketing team, but it's expensive, guys. Marketing teams are so expensive. I mean, as you can see, we're already paying dang near $100,000 a month. Yeah, $104,000 a month for these marketers, and they're not even able to make us have enough sales to cover the cost of their being here. We're $30,000 shy per month for this month of that marketing team. And that's not counting the other developers, you see. So if it wasn't for the deals that we're running, if it wasn't for like that hosting set and all that kind of stuff, we would really be in a lot of trouble right now, you know? One thing that we need to do is go into distribution, because we do have the server availability. I'm going to go ahead and open up a digital distribution platform. Okay. Let's do this. So we're going to put it onto distribution, of course. That's the whole purpose of it being there. And we don't want to distribute other people's products. Not yet. Not right now. That part of this game, it needs to be tweaked. It really does. Because again, the internet bills in this game are super crazy expensive. And I have tried every way from Sunday, whether it's on easy difficulty or hard difficulty, to get this distributing other people's products to be profitable. The problem is that once you have clicked this button, for instance, and you allow other people to sell through your platform, your internet bills will skyrocket. I mean, they will go to the moon. I had, for instance, one game where I was playing where I was a relatively small company. I was making I think it was about $1 million per day in software sales and such. And I opened up a digital distribution. I just started to distribute other people's products, and I had the cut set to reasonably high. I mean, I think it was like 15% cut. Okay. Which means that for every sale, it was 15%. If I went higher than that, companies would not come to my distribution. If I had lower than that, I lost the game. And in another game that was similar, I wasn't making the $1 million profit per day, and I was opening up the digital distribution. And in 1 month, the internet bill was $18 million. And I only made like $7 million actually distributing the products. So I don't know. It's something with the way the internet bills are figured up in this game. It's exorbitant. It is insane, and it's really just not worth doing the distribution of other people's products as it stands right now. Maybe as the game gets further developed, again, this is just alpha, this is alpha 11. And it's just being made by one guy, is doing all the work on this game. So, it just might be that it just needs to be tweaked as the game gets developed. Okay, so an employee is not having their social needs met. So, Rosemary, I'm not sure what your issue is, but, you can deal. So that happens sometimes where their social needs are not being met. But, we have everything in place where their social needs should be getting met. Our team leader is able to socialize with the employees. We have the water cooler set up. There's the canteen set up. They are able to socialize. It just might be that that person in particular was having a little bit of a bad day, and so they just felt like they weren't being treated fairly by their other fellows or something. I don't know. Something. So, okay. You can see now that the marketing is starting to pick up a little bit more. This is actually starting to sell a little bit more. So, it made $112,000 this previous month. Or, well, this month. So actually it looks like the marketing is starting to pick up a little bit. Right now there are 30,000 copies in stock. So I'm not going to worry about buying more copies just yet. We'll see what happens. Maybe next month, if there were enough sales, I'll do that, but not too worried about it. However, that is pretty good. I mean, that's a really nice amount of money to come in from it. And we'll see what happens, I think, as the marketing gets a little bit further. So what's happening basically is the project management leader is pushing the marketers to do more and more of a budget with the marketing. So as it ramps up, it might get a little bit better. I don't know. Yeah, 119,000. So this month it sold a little bit more than it did the previous. That's good. We have 33,000 copies still in stock. We're okay there. I don't think we'll need to order more, at least for now. So we'll keep it going. We have 7,800,000. We're just shy of $8 million now. That's pretty good. I would say we're doing pretty reasonably. I think we've kind of turned the company around a little bit to make ourselves better positioned for the next stages. Okay, so these guys cannot develop this design work any further. They're stuck. They don't have the network skills to be able to develop this one any further. So I'm just going to go ahead and release it, and that should help to start build up our company reputation again a little bit. You know, again, it's not that big of a deal, but we are making enough per day right now that we can handle not having that there. So this month was 24,000. So it dropped like a rock. It dropped hardcore. Why? I don't know. But it is the way it is. Now our marketing is prominent, as you can see. So it has taken a while, but the marketing team has finally started to push in good ways to get the marketing done. Okay, let's see what deals we have. There's another hosting job. Yep, grab you because you're keeping our company afloat. And reject the rest. Aha. We were going to get robbed again, but security stopped him. Stopped him. Good job, guys. Okay. So we barely made anything that month. Let's take a look at our finances here. We made 141,000 in that month, 84,000 the previous month, 202,000 that month before. So one of the thoughts that I had was that I might start a different team to do a different software product, you know, basically adding on to the building here, getting another team going. The question is, well, okay. So here's the conundrum, right? So right now, as you can see, we're making about $100,000 per day in profit. That's with everything that we have going on. Salaries, deals, all that kind of stuff. Everything comes down to about $100,000 per day. If I add another team, that means that I'm going to have to add on another floor, which is going to cost us, probably, I can tell you here for sure. If I select this whole floor and I try to clone it, I can see that it's going to cost about $500,000 to clone that floor, to add it onto the top of the building here to give room for another development team. That's a lot of money. And right now, if we were to add another team, that means that we would be spending out the salaries for that new team as well. It's a conundrum, but it's one that I think I'm going to go ahead and do. The reason is because if we spread our wings a little bit, we can maybe get a bigger fan base going for our company in general. We can also perhaps hit upon something that is really good sales-wise, and would also be able to develop a product that actually sells for a higher amount of money per copy. And that's important too, because right now, with us selling so few copies per day, we're just not making very much because they're only selling for about $15 a piece. That's not a lot. But if we were to sell about the same amount of copies of something that's worth $50, well, we're suddenly making a lot more money. So let me set up a new team. And we need to decide what kind of software we're going to make. So actually, let's go ahead and bring up the software thing first. I don't want to do an operating system. That's going to take a lot of people to develop it. I mean, just at the baseline for an operating system, it's already going to take 3 designers and 5 programmers. That's a lot of people. Okay. Operating systems take a lot, but they also sell for an exorbitant amount of money. I mean, just at the baseline alone with nothing else going on, it'd get like $25 per copy. But if we look at some of the other things, let's say, a web browser, what would that get us? Oh, not very much at a baseline. What about Office software? A little better. If we were to, let's say, if we were to say fully just dive right in, right? This would take less than a year to make. 3 designers, 3 programmers, 3 artists. It would make $62 a copy, and it would have 63% interest. So we could also add in, let's say, system stuff. Okay. That would push us up right there to almost 100 for the expected interest. And now it's $92 per copy sold. That's a fair amount of money. And it still would take about a year to develop. 4 designers, 5 programmers, 3 artists. We already have those on hand if we look at just the design team and the artists. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's do an Office software. Okay. We're going to add that. We're going to edit that so that they only have 1 month vacation, and they will do April. Okay. However, we're going to alter things a little bit so that they are going to work from 4 to midnight. Went a little too far there. Okay, so 4 to midnight, right? So they're going to be an evening team. We're going to do HR management, and we're going to go ahead and set that up as we have with the others. Give them 100,000, have them do the hiring, have them do the hired for, have them do the education with two, and 5 programmers, because that's what the office software was calling for, was for 5 programmers. Okay. And you can go over the amount of programmers that a piece of software needs. However, it's actually a little less efficient to do things that way. You want to ride that line because it's sort of a too many cooks in the pot sort of a situation. If you have too many, you start encountering too many bugs, and overall the product can suffer not having the highest tier quality that it can be. So the specialization, we're going to go ahead and do any. Salary, we're going to do high, because again, we want to have the best we can get. That's what we're here for. That'll be good enough. And then we will hire somebody to be the team leader for that position. Okay. I hit the wrong button there. So a lead. And again, we're going to do automation, because that's what we need to focus on, is being able to do the project management, give them a high salary, do the maximum looking. We're going to switch this so that we're seeing the most compatibility. And we're going to do the file compression team that we're going to be looking at. So this guy's got a normal, Deanna, this girl. She does automation really well, and she does HR really well. That's actually pretty effective. We might just run with that. Yeah, I think actually that'd probably be pretty good. And she's normal compatibility, right? But that's okay. That's okay. Normal is not bad. Okay. We're going to set her up to be the office software, and we're going to go ahead and hire her. There we go. So she's going to look for the new programmers for this piece of software. Now, the next thing we need to do is we need to set up where they're going to be. And I am actually going to use this set of rooms that we've already got for the core team, remember, for the file compression. However, we're going to go ahead and I selected an item accidentally. Let me here. It's a little bit hard to click them sometimes. Select that. So now, what did I do? Okay, I'll tell you what, this will just be easier. We're going to select this whole floor. There we go. And we'll take that, these out. There we go. Okay. And then we're going to set this up so that it's for both file compression and the office software. Okay. So what's going to happen is the day team is going to come in. They're going to do their work. Then the evening team, the office software people, are going to come in and they're going to do their work. And that will let them have the same building facility. And that way we don't have to add on another floor and spend out the money for it. It'll work out. It'll work out. All right. So do they have the employees hired yet? Nope, because I forgot to set that person to the team lead. See, that's something that happens all the time to me. I hired the leader and then I forgot to actually set them to be the leader. Yeah, go figure. Change roles. You are going to be lead. There you go. Okay. So now the people are hired in. And wow, did really good compatibility too. Found people that are very compatible. So that's good. So now let us go ahead and set up another project management. This time we're going to have the Deanna run this one. Okay. We're going to do this as office. Okay. Designers and artists. That's fine. Development team. We're going to set for the office software. The secondary dev teams, now we can do office software and file compression. You see, we can have the file compression people help out if need be, if they're under a crunch. Okay. Support team, again, not marketing. We're gonna have their own team do the support. Have the marketing do the marketing. It's kind of annoying that it doesn't default to marketing, but you know. SCM will do as the development. Prototype software, we don't have any yet, so we're not going to worry about that. Set that to distribution. I'm going to keep it at 100% for right now, just so that we can see what's going to happen. Okay. Use our own licenses, handle the marketing. Yes. And again, order 50,000 copies. Okay. So we'll go ahead and go into the software development. We will choose Office Software and we will give it just a random name. Well, let's call it Geek Office. How's that? Office Geek, maybe? Yeah, there we go. Office Geeks. So we don't have an original IP to use, so we're not going to choose anything there. And as we looked at before, we're going to have those 4 active. We're going to have that active, and there we go. That gives us 75. That also gives us 76% expected interest. Let us go with, let's see, what does a tier 2 give us? $9, 100% interest. That jumps it up quite a bit. We'd need to have a tier 2 situation going on. It's going to take about a year. Let's see. Do that. I'm just trying to remember how we had it set up. I believe, yeah, this was how we had it. Okay. So $92 per copy. We're not going to have to worry about a tier 2 person working on the system. That's okay. We do that one. That's going to make it take about 2 years. But it also only bumps it up by about $7. So yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. So then we're going to actually set this, not file compression. We're going to set this as Office Software. Office Software and Design and Artists. I don't know if you necessarily have to do this when you're doing the project management, but I always do it just in case, right? So, yeah, it looks like we're all set up. Let's go ahead and do project management. And we'll set it up as Office, and there we go. So the Office team is now going to be running this project management. Now, it's going to take a little bit of extra time to develop for the dev team or the design team because we don't have as many people there as there needs to be. Okay. So if we go into the HR for the design, I don't remember how many we have. 3 and 3. Let's go ahead and do 4 and 4, and that'll give them a couple of extra people on hand. Take care of that. They'll come in tomorrow. Just because now we have 2 different things that are going to need design work. And they, as is the case right now, they might have to develop at the same time. Yeah, we're being complained about with the support things. That's okay. Not worried about support at the moment. We'll skip all of those. I said we'll skip all of those. Thank you. I clicked it, but it didn't actually click. So our software, I mean, it's still selling. It's not much, but it's still selling a little bit. And right now the marketing on it is still prominent. So let's go ahead and keep time continuing. We've got 8.1 million. We are still making profit per day. It's not much, right? 60,000. That's including all the salaries that we're paying out right now. Useless salaries, some of them are, but you know, that's fine, right? That's fine. Because all we need is one good hit in order for us to get a lot of cash flow coming in. Sorry about the noise there. Just need a drink real quick. It's just going to take one good piece of software that tweaks people in the right way, that allows us to get a good amount of money coming in. Okay, so the tar filter is in development. It's going to come out in June of next year. This one is still, they're still thinking about it. So they're in a kind of a cool down period with it, right? They should start designing it here pretty soon, though. I would expect. And if not, I'll fire Deanna. But sometimes it takes it a few months for it to kick in, you know? Just the way it is. I almost skipped that hosting. I almost did not catch that it was there. There. Okay. Sorry, guys. My vision is I am blind, you know, so sometimes you have to deal with the way that I see the UI. And as you can see, there were the people there all evening. Okay, so at this point in time, we are officially losing money. Okay, it's not much, 19,000 a month there and 2,000 a month there. So it's not much. It could be a thing where our hosting deals are starting to diminish and dwindle. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's as many there as there were. And that happens, you know, time passes, right? So, we need these guys to get to work. Come on, get to work. Okay. So there is a marketing deal. We could do that. But do I want to? Okay. We've got enough money right now that, you know, losing 19,000 a month, it's okay. It's not a big deal. As long as we're not losing like hundreds of thousands a month, we're okay still. We'll just wait around and we'll see how the rest of this goes. Frank can turn this company around. I know he can. He has the skills. He can do it. And you know what? Actually, because the design team's room is not being used in the evening, I do think I am going to go ahead and do a support team. Not much of one. We're going to call it support night because I'm going to actually have them work in the evening until we build them their own facility, right? I'll do support night and we'll have them do basically again from 4 to midnight. Okay. We will have them do 1 month again, May, right? That'd be good. Yeah, May. HR management, we will not do as much with this one. Okay. Because these are just their support. They're not going to be much, but it's enough, I think, maybe to cover at least some of the things. So we'll do four service people. Okay. Don't want them to do all. I want them to only do the support. Okay. And we'll do medium salaries, I think. Now we'll do low. I'm not super worried about the support team, at least at this point in time. I just want them to be able to take things over so that the other people don't have to worry about it. Okay. We'll go ahead and we'll hire a team leader for that. We'll do the multitasking because multitasking is good for the support situation. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, that's not bad. They can handle education and complaints, but not hiring. So we would actually have to do the hiring of the people ourselves. We can do that. That's fine. Okay, you know what? Actually, we should do HR because it only takes level 1 in multitasking to be effective for the support. So why don't we do that? Let's go ahead and cancel that. I know that We just spent the money on it, but that's okay. We'll do HR because I do want them to go ahead and handle hiring and stuff. I don't want to have to worry about that. Yeah, this person would be absolutely fine. Rusty Bass. Rusty Bass, you are going to be hired for support night. There you go. Welcome to the team. Take care of business. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing we did with the other floor there. We're going to select the whole floor, not the furniture. I keep clicking on one of the pieces of furniture, and that's what messes it up. And we're going to go ahead and switch this team as well to be support night. Nope. I did not mean to hit the pass through. Okay. So, that gives us a support team to work with. So let's go into the options. We're going to select support right there. And instead of being file compression, we're going to do the support night. And then the same with this one. And that will free them up to do strictly nothing but development. And that's it. Okay. So right now they are designing the piece of office software. Thankfully, they're getting that one done. And do we? Yeah, we don't have the ability to do the takeover for the other things. We'd have to actually do it manually because it's not going to let us switch the team ourselves. We'll do the takeover. That's fine. And then bring up the support, and then we can assign that away from file compression to support night. There we go. That will work. Okay, moving on. I'm trying to see how Tar Filter 7 does, and then we'll end this. But right now, I don't think anything is selling at all. I mean, it's making $20,000 a month. Not much. Not much. It pays a couple of bills. I mean, it's maybe paying for electric. So the team leaders, they want their raises. There you go. Have fun with that. We'll take the hosting job. That will work. And we will skip the rest. Okay. So January, next month here is when this new piece of software is going to come out. Another hosting. It's all day long. We'll see how much having that extra couple of hostings help. Okay. Losing a lot per day. 30,000. I know, it's not really all that much, trust me. Okay, there we go. Nope. Somebody called in sick. There we go. Now it's been, didn't it? Nope. I read it wrong. So concentrating due to noise. Okay. I'm not worried about like the noise level thing unless it's consistent. So having that happen once, you don't really have to necessarily do anything about it. If it's happening every time, they come into work or something, then it'd be a problem. Okay, there we go. The project management team has now officially released the product. So we should be good. And since we have a support team at this point, just so that they can cover the bills, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to have them do a couple of support deals. Okay. Not much. Again, it's just basically enough to try to help cover their costs. Hosting. Grab that. Yep, we got fined again for the fire violations. We'll keep getting fined because I haven't done anything to change anything. So the product again was outstanding. Good. I mean, they're consistent at getting the outstanding product. That's good. Here we go. We made 100,000 and the marketing is prominent. So this did well, well enough, basically, as we could expect. Again, because it's a cheap product, right? It just is not valuable. It's $14 per copy. So we think Tar Filter 7 is an extremely well-made product. It's probably not going to move much. They need to up their marketing, need more fan base. Yeah. Our fan base is growing. I mean, we've got 52,000-ish fans. We're starting to get a little known for compression. That's good. That's good. The Office product is still in design, so it might be a little bit of time yet before that gets released. It did say it would take about a year, and I think it'd probably be closer to 2 years. Okay. We'll wait till the next month passes here. See how everything here has gone. Correct all of those. And just for posterity's sake here, so we're losing 58,000. Yeah. And that's even with that $100,000 sale that we made. We are officially back under $8 million though. So, you know, we are losing a decent chunk of change here with what we're doing. Okay, there we go. We made a profit. It was probably from the sale. Yep, a little bit. Nope, it's a little bit less than what we made before. So what gave it to us? Was it might have been the hosting deal. Yeah. Looks like it's probably the hosting. But, you know, hey, $69,000. That's what we made for profit. Okay. I think this will be a good place for us to go ahead and end for this time. I do want to thank you so deeply from the bottom of my heart for you guys tuning in with me. I really appreciate every one of you being here. I love this game. I love doing these games for you guys, and I hope that you guys have enjoyed them as much as I do. It's a lot of fun. You know, this game is kind of one of those unique games in the way that they do things. It's a little difficult. I mean, you know, especially when you're not in the easy mode, the difficulty level of this game can be very daunting indeed. But it is a lot of fun. It really is. It's a lot of fun to try to tweak things and figure things out as to what you're going to do, you know, especially once you get yourself into a little bit of trouble like we did in the previous episode. But, you know, we've got the company turned around in certain ways at this point. It is at least turning a profit, even if it is not much. Profit is profit, correct? So, yeah, I do think that we will go ahead and end things here for the day. I thank you for tuning in. Until next time, keep safe out there, have fun, and thank you so much, as always, for listening. We'll talk to you later. Hello, Rose.
I saw you taking a little detour out there to talk to that overseer of yours.
This land is his land, and none else are welcome.
Enemy sighted! Guys, they're here!
Okay. Yep, I don't know. Where'd you come from?